So today we're playing Bloonarius, but there's a twist to this run, as you guys have probably seen from the title. We're only going to be using snipers to farm, and this is the normal Bloonarius, by the way, because I don't think it's doable on the elite one, at least not with some special modifiers, like for example maybe lower ability cooldowns or having the game mode being on easy just to get the farming going a little bit faster. But in general, I think that this is very doable on the normal version, but I'm not sure how close this is going to be. So we're going to be using Benji as our hero. I don't think Benji counts as cheating in this case. I think that just because Benji is a hero and he doesn't make that much money to make a difference, at least not in terms of what we're gonna need to beat this, right? Because we're obviously gonna need a Paragon or two for the tier 5. So I think Benji is fine, but everything else is just gonna be millipad snipers. So it's gonna be supply drops and elite snipers, and that's it. Now I did the maths on these supply drops in the elite sniper, and it turns out that it's about a 10% return on the money, and it's about 11 point something percent return for the elite sniper. But the problem with that is that we don't have the ability up for every single round, because these abilities have, I believe it's a 60-second cooldown, and when you buy it, it starts on cooldown, so you can't use it immediately. I also don't think stalling is going to be a good strategy, just because these snipers have global range, and that means that they're basically going to be able to hit the balloons everywhere. So unless you can hide the snipers behind some obstacle to kind of make the round last longer, stalling is just not going to be a good option. We might buy something like a Moab glue, but in general, I don't think I'm going to be stalling at all. So let's get the bouncing bullet round 15, and now saving up for the supply drop. Now this thing costs 7.2k, that's way too expensive. So round 22, this thing is kind of holding on. I'm not going to be buying any buffs, at least not for now. I think we might have to get something like a 200 alchemist for rounds 28 and 30, and then I might even leave it at 200. I might even just get like a 320 or something like that, but that's going to be it. And then we have to think about what we want to do for the tier 1. I'm going to base my tier 1 defense off of how much money we have. So if we get a little bit more money, I'm probably going to try and do something like the tag zone, but if we don't have money, I think we're just going to go for the sticky ninja and then something like a maelstrom at the bottom. So round 28, I'm just getting a 200 alchemist. This should be enough for both the lead rounds for 28 and 30. There it is, and 7.2k. Let's get the first supply drop, and as you guys can see, this thing starts on cooldown. So the first round we're actually going to get some extra money is probably going to be around 33, I guess. Nope, it's not even going to be 33. It's going to be around 34. And here we go, our first supply drop, which is 1.2k. That is not a lot of money. That's basically the price of a farm. So each time we use the ability, we're basically dropping in like a 000 farm, except this farm is not making any money. So I'm gonna get a village. I think this village is gonna pay huge dividends later on, just because these snipers, especially the third tiers, are very expensive. And I'm gonna do a 230 texture. Now I think we have to defend like this because this thing is just not making any money. I mean, the ability, the first time we used it, it was around 34, and now it's around 36, at the end of 36, around 37. So I think we might be able to use it one more time before the boss appears, but that's it. So it's 3 drops, 1.2k each. That's 3.6k that we've made in total. That is absolutely not a lot of money. Alright, so tier 1, the boss is out. It's got 28,000 HP. This is because the HP has been increased at 140%, but the speed has been decreased to 60, so I guess it kind of balances itself out. So the sticky bomb ninja is doing a lot of damage. Let me just get the 320 alchemist for the sniper at the bottom, and we're just gonna have to time the abilities. This is a very cheap defense, but it's a very effective one, and I think that tier 1 is going to be super easy. Okay, and there it is, tier 1. So let's sell the ninja and let's put all our money into the elite sniper. I'm not sure if this is the best play. I don't think getting the elite sniper is the optimal play, but I kind of want to buy it just for the peace of mind because it's a very strong tower. And then getting the elite sniper means that all of the next snipers, I'm probably not going to be upgrading them to the bottom pad. I'm just going to keep them as like 040, and they're going to get their extra attack speed from the elite sniper. So let's get the next supply drop. We only have one, but there we go. That's the second sniper. Let's just keep buying snipers. This is really not looking good because we are at around 50 and we only have 2 snipers that are currently making money. So let me start by getting the blade maelstrom right here at the bottom in the same spot that we had it before, and this is kind of an insurance just in case something leaks, but if it doesn't, I'm gonna sell it, and then I want to put all the other money into a tag zone. Okay, so here it is. Using the supply drops, that is all 4 abilities used, and we don't have enough money. This thing costs like $20,000, I think. Do I sell something or do we wait for the ability? Let's just wait it out. I'm gonna risk it. I don't want to sell any of these snipers. Our economy is very bad at this point. Let's use the abilities. Get the tag zone, get an alchemist. I also want to get a village, by the way. So the tag zone is doing some work, and it's probably going to be able to beat the boss by itself. So let's see how we do versus the ceramics. So I got rid of the Blade Maelstrom. I'm just going to get a 300 village, and this should be enough to defend Bloonarius, but let's see what happens. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so quickly, let's sell the tag zones, sell all of these guys in the middle, and then just keep buying more farms. $20,000. That's how much money we have. And one sniper costs about, how much is it? Like 10,000 with the discounts? So that means that we're gonna need at least, what is it, like 8 drops just to make even on our money. So I have a feeling like the mat is gonna melt this boss. There we go, last call. I'm gonna blast the ability, and that should be kinda it for the damage. I think I just need to keep spending money onto more snipers. This monkey city is gonna do so much work, it's insane. But let's just keep buying snipers wherever I can fit them around this village. I'm gonna sell the alchemist, and the money is just, that is so sad. I mean, I'm using so many abilities at this point, and it's like $5,000 that we have. So now we're done with the first 3 tiers, which were kinda on the easier side. We are gonna need a paragon for tier 4 and tier 5 for sure. I've just been slapping the number 2 button on my keyboard. You know what I wish? For situations like these, which I gotta be honest, they're not really frequent. It's not that people do this way too often, but for situations like these, I feel like the tech bots could have like an AoE activation. I would really appreciate that one right now. So round 98 and the money is not looking too hot. I mean, I'm just getting the mob dom. Let's get the perma charge. So the paragon costs $325,000, which means that we're probably gonna have to sell a lot of our snipers. So I'm just gonna keep using the ability until we reach a certain point, and then I'm just gonna buy the boomer paragon. And the boomer paragon is gonna be a weak one, by the way. It's gonna be a degree 1, so let's not wait too much, but let's also kind of try and use as many abilities as possible. $190,000-$200,000, I think we do it. Let's just do it. Let's just start selling some snipers from the left side, because these guys on the right are perma brute. So let's get 300. One more. There we go. Glaive Dominus, let's get it. It's gonna be a degree 1. Yeah, there we go. It's a degree 1, but that's more than enough, I think, for this one. And I'm gonna get a super build here on the right side just to amplify the damage a little bit more. And this should be enough for the tier 4. But it begs the question, do we sell the Boomer Paragon, or do we keep it and we try and farm with the rest of the snipers that we have? I'm gonna sell it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's sell it. Let's just get something like a Cripple Moab just to hold these DDTs. I'm gonna have it set on first. It's gonna be a 520, and then just keep buying supply drops. We have 200,000, and I need to spend all of this money as soon as possible. The money is definitely not looking too hot. We're gonna need over $600,000 just to be able to buy the paragons. And since one sniper sells for about 8,000, how many snipers do we have? Maybe about 50 or something like that. So if we have 50 snipers and each one of them sells for 8,000, that means that it's gonna be super close, because we're gonna need $625,000. Actually, no, $675,000 just to buy the paragons. So let me turn off auto start, I guess, just to kind of get ready for this and think about it for a second. Yeah, so we're gonna need $675,000 just to buy the paragon upgrades, and then I guess we're gonna want something like a super brillo as well. So if I sell all of the snipers right now, it's gonna be enough to buy all the paragons. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use as many abilities as possible, so I'm gonna try and get, I guess, over $300,000 just so we have enough money to buy small things like the super brittle and the glue storm to amplify the damage. But we are gonna need to start selling things as soon as possible because we need the damage. This is the tier 5 with 140% HP. Let's just go for it. Let's just start selling all these snipers. Get the Dark Paragon as soon as possible. It's gonna be a degree 31. Yeah, that's fine. But let's just keep selling all these snipers. Oh my god, I can't even see anything. These dart projectiles, man. And there we go, that's all the snipers. Okay, so let's buy the Boomer Paragon now. This is going to give bonus to the Dart one. It's going to be a degree 1, but that's fine. Sending the sniper to strong, getting the Glue Storm. We have about 200,000, so I'm going to get a Moab Eliminator. I'm also going to get probably like a Flying Fortress or something like that. What's the best use for the money? I guess Sun Avatars, but let's just get a Flying Fortress. And let's see how we're going to do. So that's the first skull. I mean, it's such a mess on the screen with all these projectiles and the Glue Storm, but I guess we can see the boss because he's green and he kind of stands out. But these damage amplifiers, they're the MVPs. Last skull. See what happens. The bat is getting... Nah, it's not going anywhere. We got this. And there it is. Beating Bloonarius by using only snipers as farms. Can you guys see that at the top left corner? We only have $12,000. It was that close. Let's just check out the pops. It was 1.9 million on the Boomer and 4.9, so about 5 million on the Dart. Yeah, as expected pretty much. But that was a lot of fun. So it is possible to beat Bloonarius by using only snipers for farming. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.